Hi, and welcome to another training video from XMPRO. Today we will be looking at how to use the tree grid component. As a prerequisite, you should have already gone through the video on how to create and use data sources. If not, then I recommend doing that first. The tree grid can be found in the Basics section of the blocks. To configure the tree grid, first add a data source, and then select the Parent ID column. The Parent ID column must refer to the ID column of the data source, and if the Parent ID on the row is null, that means that it doesn't have a parent. If we save this just as it is and launch, then we can see how the tree grid looks. As you can see, you can drop down on sections, and for instance, Samantha Bright has a parent ID 1, which is the ID of John Hart, and Greta Sims has the parent ID 2, which is Samantha Bright. If we go back to editing, we can configure the columns. So I don't want to see the order, so I can set that to visible no and apply it. I don't want to see the parent ID, so I can do the same thing. I want the position to be the first row, so I can reorder it there, and then save again. And if I launch, then we'll see that the position is the first row, and the first row is the one that has the hierarchy in it. It makes much more sense that way. We can also alter the appearance, visible, self-explanatory. You can hide or show borders, headers, column lines, and row lines. So if I do all that, then the grid's not going to have any lines or headers, and it's just going to look like this. And in the behavior section, we can allow editing, so adding, deleting, updating, and we can change the edit mode from cell to batch or row, and you can also allow selection. So if I say cell mode, then you'll be able to edit each cell individually. If I say batch mode, you can edit the entire grid, and there will be a button in the top right to save. And if I say row mode, then you can edit each row, and when you click off the row, it's going to save it. So I'm going to say batch mode, and you can see there's the button in the top right, as well as add a new row and undo. So if I click on something, I can edit it, and I can undo that, or I can save. Add a child to CMO. Row selection doesn't play very well with editing. Sometimes we can click, but if you click on the text, it edits the text instead. If we go back to editing, we can also allow drag and drop and show drag icons. So allowing drag and drop without show drag icons will allow you to drag and drop from anywhere. If you show the drag icons, then it will add a 6 dots icon to the left, so then you can only drag it from then, and enable column filtering, row filtering, and auto adjust column widths. So column filtering is on each column that will add a filter button. Row filtering is a search bar, and the auto adjust column widths will adjust the columns to fit their contents. And column filtering and row filtering require headers to be shown. So now we can see we've got the drag and drop on the left here, we've got the row filter, and we've got the column filter. You can use the action on for clicking on a row, so you can navigate to specific pages or URLs. For more detail, go to the video on how to create pages and navigate. You can also update data sources here by clicking on a row, and if you want to know more information about that, go to a specific video. This has been how to use the tree grid component.